Say, man, real quick, I got about 5 minutes with this guy, super busy guy, man. First off, I want to tell you, I love you, brother. I'm proud of you.
Love you too, man.
It's just what you guys got to understand, man, the accomplishments of us. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people like to say black owned, white owned. The hell with all that. Just owned, period. You feel what I'm saying? The fact that anybody that you know owns a Harley-Davidson dealership that you could touch, talk to, you know, and spend time with, brother. That's why I really do appreciate you, because you here with us. You just ain't a person that's just own it, y'all deal with it, but you actually here. You help with any questions, concerns. So I thank you for that.
You're welcome. Yeah,
what was it that got you into the Harley-Davidson brand? What made you?
Yeah. It was really just, I love riding motorcycles, and I've been riding them since I was a youngster.
Okay.
I've owned everybody's bike, you know, everything but a Harley.
Okay.
And I didn't get my first Harley until I was 46 years old.
Whoa.
So I was up there, but I'd come off of Kawas, Hondas, Suzukis, Yamahas, and enjoyed every one I rode.
Okay.
And my kids were gone, they were off, finished school, and I decided I was going to buy a Harley. Okay. And I haven't looked back since.
You haven't looked back?
I like to tell people that, you know, the reality is I bought a Harley dealership so I can get the employee discount. I was spending all my money in the damn place. Yeah. I might as well get some of that back. You know?
Is the myth that because you own one, you just get to take a bike and do what you want to do?
So I don't think that's a myth. I mean, hell, if they're my bikes, I ride them if I want to. So
okay.
You know, you have to. In all seriousness, you have to be careful, because it is a bike that you're trying to sell. If the bike gets hurt, damaged, or something, now you can't sell that bike. So I typically will take a pre-owned bike out just to be out riding.
Okay.
But I got an 18 Road King, excuse me, out there that I love, and I ride that all the time.
Okay. So how do you owning a dealership? Do you have multiple bikes, or you only have one bike?
So I've got a couple real old bikes. I've got a '97 Heritage. Okay. I got a 2003 Anniversary Ultra Classic. And then I've got this 18 Road King that I actually ride.
Okay. Okay. Being at a dealership, do you find it sometimes overwhelming with everybody thinking that because they see you or they know you being in a public figure, they want a discount or they want to hook up? How often do you deal with that?
Well, you know, you hear and see that all the time. However, I think people understand that this is a business. This is not, you know, it's not a charity. They're not giving me the motorcycles. I'm having to pay for all the parts and things. And I think as long as people are being treated fairly and they get something in addition to just buying a part from you,
okay, I
think they're okay with that. And you know, over the years, I've learned that you just have to say no rather than just.
Has there ever been a time where you had a customer that you really wanted to help but just couldn't help?
Happens all the time, brother.
All the time.
So, you know, unfortunately, a lot of people, myself included, go through hard times, and sometimes people have bruised credit. And we love to be able to take somebody that's had a little difficult times and maybe don't quite fit the model for what you would need to buy a bike, and work with them. Sometimes it takes a few days, sometimes it takes a few weeks, but it's not that walk in and walk out with the bike the same day. But those are the ones that I feel the proudest of, because they don't come in expecting that they can buy a bike, but we've got really good connections within Harley-Davidson Financial Services.
Okay.
Plus we use a couple third parties, but we've been able to get people on bikes that didn't think they could do it.
Over the years, with all of the negative, with Harley-Davidson's being not reliable, coming into the new bikes, which are super reliable, watching that transition, how do you feel as an owner?
So, you know, to be honest, I didn't start really riding the bikes until the mid-90s, and they were pretty dang unreliable then, although I did hear all of the stuff. I became a dealer in 2005, and we haven't had, you know, we haven't really seen the mechanical problems that, you know, the normal issues that come up on anything that's mass-produced happen. I mean, I think that the biggest thing for me has been the last couple of years when they had the problem with the brake reservoir, you know, leaking fluid, and that was pretty. That was probably the worst thing I've seen.
Okay. When it comes to the brand, how strong you think the Harley brand is?
It's strong as battery acid.
Yeah.
It's the. I mean, it is the motorcycle of choice. It is the 900-pound gorilla. Mm-hmm. It's the one that has to be dealt with. Everybody is trying to do what they see Harley doing. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not putting anybody down.
Yeah.
I rode what I could afford,
Okay.
what I thought I could afford. With, I think that's sort of a myth. You know, people.
That
Really,
was my next question.
Yeah, people can buy if you got credit, you can buy pretty much anything you want. You know? So the thing that really I would say is you need to not sell yourself short. Come in and see.
Yeah.
And if you can't get it, at least you know what you got to work on.
Because that was my next question too. Is everybody always want to say Harley Davidson is just price weight? It's just that's just expensive, $20,000+ for a motorcycle. And I tell them like this, man. For the comfort and for me, listen. Let me tell you, I don't do nothing more, but I love riding.
Yeah,
when
you
I
got
tell
the
you,
miles to prove it. I saw your ride out there. Damn. So.
I mean, it just is what it is, man. You pay for what you want to pay for, but it's no different, like you just said. Whatever you want, it just is what it is. So, you know, that's always been a myth that Harley Davidsons were overpriced or too much money or this and this and that.
So I think you have to look at the whole thing. Like I said, I had Hondas and Yamahas, just to speak of a few. But when I sold those bikes, I had already gotten all my value. I didn't get anything on the resale.
Okay.
The Harleys have a higher resale value. So I mean, you've got to look at what it cost me to purchase that bike, get into it, what it was worth when I sold it, and the difference is the real cost of ownership. The cost of ownership is comparable.
Okay.
And it may be a little more, but you know, who else has 700 dealerships that you can go anywhere in the country
and that part right
and
there.
be within? So that's worth something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's definitely worth something. If as an owner, what would you like for the people to really know about Thunder Tower Harley Davidson? What is the meat of Thunder Tower?
What I would like everybody to know is that we are riders. We love the motorcycles. I probably have been to anywhere that, other than Smiley, I probably have been anywhere in this country as much as anybody.
You haven't been to Cuba yet, huh?
I love to ride.
Smiley's been to Cuba.
I haven't been to Cuba.
Yeah.
I said other than Smiley.
Yeah.
I give the man his props.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, I like to ride. I mean, I've ridden with a lot of the people that come up here, and I've ridden, you know, over the years. I just love riding, so I can identify with somebody that's traveling and they have an issue with their bike.
Yeah.
And they come in, you know, they get front of the line privileges with me. There's never any doubt. And I think my customers appreciate the locals. They'll say, well, I need my bike, but I understand this man or woman is on it.
I mean, everybody knows that's the rule.
So we do that. And I like to tell people that what we excel at is after the sale. You make the deal, you make the purchase, but when you come back here, you're family. You really are coming home, and you know how it is.
Yeah.
If a family member is not happy, we're not happy.
At all.
And so we deal with it.
Well, Gene, I love you. I ain't gonna take up too much of the time. I know you're busy. You got a lot going on. I appreciate this time you've taken with us. If you could leave the people watching with one thing, what would it be?
One thing I would ask you is don't listen to all the stuff you hear. Come by and give us a chance. I think you'll be surprised.
Two locations now. Tell them what you got. This one.
We got the Morrow, Georgia, just south of the airport on I-75, and Columbia, South Carolina, on exit 82, just past the entrance of Fort Jackson.
Real quick, one last question: is it hard to become a dealer? Owner?
So it's hard only because of the upfront capital investment.
Okay.
It's not hard. I mean, there are a lot of business owners and businessmen and women who could run a Harley shop. That part's not hard. It's just putting together, you know, the upfront capital. They require a fair amount of money.
Okay. Well, there it is there, man. It's my time with Mr. Gene, owner of Thunder Tower South and the owner of Thunder Tower West, man. Excellent dealerships. Like I said, if you come here, you speak to the staff. David is the head of service, my boy David. Hit him up, and they will take care of you as best as they can. A lot of y'all be coming here looking for miracles. We're not miracle workers. we're not miracle workers.
We try.
We try, but it is what it is, man. It's your boy Big Son, FHOH, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate my man for stopping by, just sharing this time with me. As always, I love you. Keep some respect on the throttle. Love yourself enough so you can have some love for me when I need it, some love for him when he need it, and do what you do. It's your boy Big Son. We go. Yeah.
All right,
appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.